Skrudland out there to take the initial face-off, and we are underway. It'll be dumped in by Ludwig. Osgood gloves it. Osgood plays that off. Skrudland was there. Bob Basson to himself behind the net. Basson looking for Marshall, who was cutting. Dallas comes out here clearly ready to rock. You can tell right away when a club's got that get-go going. They got it.
And it's so important to show Detroit in the first 5 minutes of this hockey game that they're not going to roll over. They've got to play angry. They're way bigger and way better when they do.
Sergei Fedorov intercepted. Basson got knocked down, but he cut off Maltby from going back into the middle. Fedorov up on the check. Ludwig there will clear it up to Grant Marshall. By him to Nicholas Nixon. Detroit gets get up behind the play. Rice just goes out on the ice. Now Cass got a move in and he's knocked away by Marshall. Doug Brown back out there. Brown will be working on a line that with the Fedorov. They get it out of the zone. Right side is Brown giving chase to Longshore. Brown knocks it back to the back to Brown on the near side. Fedorov along the high board. Didn't get it. Fedorov tips that one back into the zone. Brown did not clear. That will result in the offside.
Now when they get the lead.
Not had a lead change in this series. We've got 0-0 scores. And when someone's got on the board, get on top early. You got the better chance of winning the game. Backed up off the zone as it was hit away. Knocked down. Taken back by the face-off. Going slowly, got hit in the head by Nixon. Gilchrist on the near side. Gilchrist dumps it into the corner, then gets stood up immediately by Hatcher. Belfort is knocked out back in behind the net. Dan Kesmer, his first playoff game, takes a shot from center. Osgood knocked it down. He's obviously been watching. Back up to Yzerman on the near side. Yzerman, Shanahan in the middle of Darren McCarty. McCarty will dump that one in. Detroit will change it up. Played back behind the net by Craig Muni. Muni playing in his 112th game. Muni out there in the 4th game of this playoff year because of the defensive injury. Larry Murphy up. Brendan Shanahan couldn't get it. Muni had the opportunity. It was deflected into the corner. Greg Adams goes back in behind the net. Every time Craig Muni shoots, we invite you along with us to hold your breath. Craig Muni's playing in his 112th playoff game. He has never, ever once scored a playoff goal. He did take a shot right there. Guy Carbonneau still on the bench.
Time for Muni to be a hero. But these are the injured players for the Stars. They can't afford any more. Guy Carbonneau limped off moments ago. Joe Nieuwendyk is gone. Matt Tkachuk is out. Chambers is out. Did he get hit with the puck here along the boards? Carbonneau has been a real... Oh, he sure did. Right in the side of the face. Right in the cheek. Steve Yzerman was just trying for a dump and caught Carbonneau on the side. Take more than that to keep Guy Carbonneau out of this game. I'll tell you that right now. 49%
face-off winner. He's one of their key face-off men. He and Modano take the most face-offs by far on this team. Brian Skrudland, who's won 44% of his face-offs in this series, just won that one. Skrudland got it back, dropped that near side. Detroit there to get it. Detroit early looking to dump it in. Waiting behind the net. That may be Detroit's way of combating the early charge. In front, Holmstrom banked it wide. Tomas Holmstrom on an errant pass from behind the net. Zubov dropped it back into the middle. Zubov got it back. Marshall on his right, never got it to him. Good intercept and cleared up by Jamie McCown into the zone. They wave off the ice. Zador cleared that one up the near side wall to Zubov. That's the defensive pairing out there right now for Dallas. Basson, his shot knocked away by Osgood. Basson has had one goal in the playoffs. Larry Murphy turning. Detroit changing. Murphy coming, leaves it Fedorov. Fedorov's got Shanahan to trade. Fedorov in, Shanahan to the net. Fedorov got an angle. Shanahan rolled in. Eddie Belfort tried to cover, but his own forward Langenbrunner drew it away. Langenbrunner will be the trailer here. Yeri Lehtinen shot off the blocker. Lehtinen brought it in a 2-on-2. Fedorov jammed up far side. Shanahan jammed up. Big hit put on by Martin Lapointe. Now kicking, clutching, grabbing, and a whistle.
Well, guess what? Detroit is matching Dallas's intensity, so this is going to be a good one. The Red Wings let the Blues on in their faces and in front of Eddie Belfour every shift.
Guy Carbonneau out to take on Yzerman. Yzerman 57% of the wins in this series on faceoffs. Didn't win nothing. Bounce back into the corner. Guy Carbonneau right back out there. Carbonneau behind the net. Won the draw. Sets us up. Lind out in front. Couldn't get the return. Jake will back it off and dump it around the far side. Anders Eriksson, the rookie, in front of Batista. Gallery right in front of Chris Osgood. Centering pass blocked. Fedorov got it back up to Gilchrist. Gilchrist clears it out of the zone. See Detroit coming to center, sending it in. That's one way you can kind of nullify some of that pressure Dallas wants to put on early on in this game, and to come out and make that big first 10-minute surge. If Detroit can get the puck back into the other end, some of that's taken away, and that's an icing on the Stars.
So Ken Hitchcock has had to do some juggling. He's got 2 new defense pairings now because he's got 2 team men out of the lineup. Look at this. The first 13 games of the playoffs, this team only trailed 3 minutes and 35 seconds. The last 2 games, all Detroit Red Wings, 27 minutes and 8 seconds. Craig Ludwig has a new partner. He's going to play with Craig Munich and this one, Darian Hatcher. That's Ludwig on the right. Hatcher is going to play with Dan Kesmer in this hockey game. So not only are Chambers and Matt Tkachuk 2 valuable guys out of the lineup, especially Matt Tkachuk, who led the team in hits, but now you've got these 2 guys left. You've got Hatcher and Ludwig who've got to play with new D-men. I mean, it's a new experience for them, and they're missing Matt Tkachuk and Chambers.
Not the time of year you want to be making those changes in a must-win game. Yzerman waiting to take the face-off against Mike Modano. It's been a struggle for Modano of late. He only has 4 goals and 9 assists in the playoffs, and he's had only 1 goal over the last 8 games. So that's not what you need out of him. He's got to do better. A goal and 3 assists in 8 games for Modano. He'll be chased out of there. And the face-off to the left side of Eddie Belfour. Langenbrunner on the draw to Modano. Got it made late in the try. Jamie McCown there after the intercept by Russ. Swings it right back into Hurry. They're way off the ice. They're by Sador. Knocked away off the stick. Not just thinking about going up. That's Jamie McCown. Langenbrunner racing. That gets won by McCown. Just in the playoffs. It's a spectacular playoff. He and Isaac, probably the 2 who have gone to the most votes for MVP. That's because everybody keeps overlooking Chris Osgood in net. Not fair to overlook him. Brown tried to drop it in, couldn't do it, got jammed up on the near side. Gary Fraser, our referee tonight. Adams had that one bounce in, and Osgood will cover up. This guy deserves so much more credit than what he gets. 186 him to play. In fact, even better, Scotty said after the last game. Obviously, he's doing that for Osgood's benefit as well, but you look at the numbers, he's telling the truth. Well, Big put the hit on, knocked down Jamie McCown, and then puts a hook on and got away with it. Tomas Holmstrom got hooked that time, taken down. Gary Fraser let that one go. Holmstrom turned it off and back in behind the net. Big check put on in the corner. Up to the near side boards. McCown again, gunned it into the middle. Maltby a shot. Saved all 4. He'll hang on. Holmstrom coming. Ludwig and he get tied up. And a penalty, at least 1, was going to be called anyway. Over the last 5 games, as they have really picked it up. Dallas penalty killers have given up only 10 power play goals this playoffs. Shot in by Murphy, went wide as Holmstrom was cutting at the top. Yzerman, power play Detroit, scoreless first period. First goal matters a ton. Larry Murphy, Lidstrom looking, back over to Murphy. Murphy shoots it, tried to shoot it through the pack, cleared up and out by Latham, and actually blocked the shot.
Now, the Detroit power play, they have scored 3 power play goals in 3 different games in this series. They won those 3. One time Dallas kept them off the scoreboard on the power play. It's a game Dallas record. That is how much Detroit's power play has meant in this series.
They've had more power play chances in the playoffs than anybody else. This is their 106th power play of the playoffs. Sent around to Yzerman on the near side. They've got 16 power play goals in the playoffs. Yzerman back up. Lidstrom shot it into the middle. Kozlov deflected it up in the air. Knocked down, attempted clear, doesn't go. Good hold in. Yzerman near side. Murphy on that last hold along the blue. Not this time, though. It'll be cleared out by Keane.
Boy, aggressive penalty killing by Dallas. I mean, if they're going to go down, they're going to go down swinging. They almost had, on that last one, both Keane and Zubov took Yzerman. And when you overload like that, you're short someplace else, but they're willing to go for it.
3 for 23 in this series. Detroit's power play against Dallas came back into the middle. Shot. Larionov held on to by Belfour. Igor Larionov playing in his 100th playoff game. The opportunity on Belfour, who made the save.
I don't think the puck sat down for Larionov. He didn't get real good wood on it. He brought up a real good point about the ice, and as it deteriorates here, as it will, it's 100 degrees out. They're doing a great job of dehumidifying the building. Said it takes half a second for our team to calm the puck down, to flatten it, and that gives Dallas a chance to get on it. And we are a puck possession team. That is the Detroit Red Wings. These struts that separate the panes of glass here, they're gonna. I can't believe they haven't cost somebody a goal yet in this series. And there's a space one of the spaces. Is that where the Zamboni comes on the ice, guys? There's about a 3-inch gap. I mean, there's gaps all over the place.
When the puck's trying to go around the plexiglass, it's bouncing off corners and the jutted ends.
That's why on the dump ins, you got to get it up high. And that's why it's difficult for a goalie trying to clear like Buffalo. When he gets it up high, he's game.
Guy Carbonneau almost had the intercept. Slava Fetisov got it back, though. Back then down the power play. 17 seconds left on it for Detroit. Mariano for Kozlov. Kozlov 14 goals in the playoff year, the most of anyone in the playoffs. Another one of the big stars for Detroit so far. Short-handed Mike Keane. He's all alone. Keane the shot blocked off into the corner by Fetisov. Then it'll be jammed up. The center power play is over, though. The point brings it back in. 5-on-5 again. Kozlov down again. Great back-checking job by Mike Madonna. Madonna got on the backside. Wigsteen took it away. Kozlov right back. Kozlov, LaPointe. LaPointe will send it in. Detroit changing behind the play. Eddie Belfour tried to wrap it. Couldn't do it. Kozlov centered. LaPointe looking into the middle shot. Sergei Belfour. You say what Sergei Belfour. He was open and he wristed it, trying to go up top. Back the other way. Shot. Save. Made by Osgood. Gary Layton ran that one in, and they got a rebound opportunity. Ludwig will chase it back into his own end. Ludwig got it off the dasher. Langenbrunner clears it out. Fedorov back at center.
If there's any line for Dallas that can do some damage against Detroit, it is the line of McDonald, Lebanon, and Langenbrunner because they've got the speed.
McCarty tried to center. McCown snuck in. Danny McCarty didn't get full wood on that one. Near side, Draper holds it in. Taken by Bassett. Dallas able to clear it out. No score. McCarty knocks it down at the red. McCarty will gun it in on Belfour wide. A water bottle sitting right on the red line behind Eddie Belfour. I've never seen that. The water bottle is on the goal line. I don't know if he knows that or not. Down on the ice, Holmstrom. He'll get hit. Dallas coming back to get it. Holmstrom gets up. There is no whistle. Holmstrom got leveled at the red line. What an amazing shot of that water bottle at the other end. If Detroit gets a chance here, it's going to be unbelievable. Hit a water bottle, get 2 points.
It's like bowling.
Got back up by Skrudland. Skrudland sent that one down in behind the net.
Look at that. It's sitting right on the goal line. Eddie Belfour still doesn't know it's there.
Less confidence than you'd like to have.
And he wanted to try to correct that. I know Fedorov was out in the slot, but that was pretty deep. One of your skates on the goal line. That's deep.
And this will be Slava Fetisov moving it back through his own middle of the zone here. Gilchrist had it. Fedorov's got it. Eisenman flips it in. Far side corner. Gilchrist set up in front. Back to him went behind the net. Dallas on the near side. Dallas must win to keep their season alive and send this series back to Detroit. Detroit win and they move on to the final. Around the net. That was one of those hot we were talking about right there. Looked like a 45-degree angle. Came right back out in front of Chris Eisenman. At the point. Hatcher for the shot. Osgood will glove it and he will hang on. Hatcher has not had a point in the last 4 games.
That was another weird bounce that came out. Chris Osgood was going behind to play it. Somebody's going to get caught sooner or later. Now there are the Zamboni doors. We showed a crack between 2 panes of glass earlier that wasn't this big. You can't imagine a puck coming around there and staying flat to the glass. It hits that. If it was sideways, it could go through there. Glad the carpenter that did that and the guys that designed that didn't build the boat that I had done.
Hey, I just saw something else. The photographer's hole in one of the plexiglass, it's in backwards. The hole's up top.
Well, one of the panes of glass is upside down.
It. Yeah, see that hole where they shoot through right there? Well, on one of those panes of glass, it's up in the air. Shot by Zubov, deflected. Just wide. Langenbrunner tossed, deflected off the knee and cleared out. Great chances in the middle for Jamie Langenbrunner. Touched up on the icing call.
Chris Osgood is just quietly great right now. Nothing will rattle this young guy. Jamie Langenbrunner would kill for a goal. He would just kill. One of 5 players with at least 20 regular season goals and no goals in 14 playoff games. That's all time. One of 5.
All time.
We're talking all time. Chris Osgood, that was headed in. That was going for the short side. Osgood robbed him. I don't know if he got that one or Nicky Lidstrom saved him from having to do it, but what a terrific save he made on Langenbrunner on the first one.
He's said continually in this playoff coverage that the things that have to happen if you're going to win and move on. Your stars have to play like stars and produce, and you must have a couple of players on the same who also come to the occasion. Dallas still looking. Madonna cuts it back into the middle. Comes all the way to Sador. His shot. That reflected out in front. Detroit doing a good job getting back and blocking shots. They had 4 guys back in front.
That's exactly what Larry Murphy did, and he took off trying to join the rush. I mean, he steps up. Larry Murphy's not going to physically take anybody on him. He's going to stop 80% of the shots.
Doug Brown cleared it in. Hatcher intercepted up for Verbeek. Pat Verbeek on a two-line pass will have the whistle. No score, 9:24.
Keeps on keeping on. Here's his play. Good pass by Mike Modano that came all the way through. Watch Larry Murphy in front, 55 red. He didn't get back with Jamie Langenbrunner. He just stepped forward and stole the shot.
Ton of ice time throughout the playoffs for the veteran. Just keeps on going. Held in by Brown. Behind the net, Belfort could not get through that one. Larionov steps up, tried to center. Brown came back to meet Brown. Shanahan and Larionov now on a line change. Larionov trying to turn it in. Hatcher got it. Hatcher looking up ice. Hatcher will send that one out. Adams in. Meanwhile, holds the shot. Deflected. Verbeek takes a punch and goes down with Brown. Pat Verbeek and Doug Brown, former teammates in Detroit, were both just hanging on to one another as they have the power play on the interference call at 11:07, first of the game for Dallas. Larry Murphy trying to clear it up, goes off the glass, and Fedorov poked it away. Yzerman down on the ice, still got it out of there. Dallas on the power play. It has been a huge disappointment for them in the playoffs. 10 for 92 on the power play overall, and only 2 goals have been 2 for the last 53 opportunities. I mean, those kind of numbers for a power play that was #1 during the regular season, you just cannot explain it. They're trying to get one here. Zubov the shot. Save made Osgood. Rebound cleared up. Zubov's got it. Zubov, Sador. Sador the shot. Save Osgood. Right off the left hand. Back up on top to Zubov. Zubov sends it wide. Fans wanted another call. Maltby got a piece of Lakeland. Intercepted at center. Sador waiting for teammates to clear, and they'll play it back. 1 for 22 is what Dallas has against Detroit on the power play. Back to get it, Larry Murphy. Murphy the hard up off the boards. Draper did not clear. Great hold in Sador. Back near side Zubov. Zubov will hang on. Power play 43 left on it. They'll set up one in front. Team near side. Back to Zubov. In front. Hold tipped it. Benoit Hold tipped it wide. Pat Verbeek, the man set up in front. Couldn't get the rebound chance. Zubov. Back up top, Sador. Sador the chance. That one deflected in front. Keane to get it. Murphy and Lidstrom in there to block it, and Murphy clears it out of the zone. Stars are getting chances out shooting Detroit 8-3 on this power play, getting it in, but Osgood the save, and then the defenseman take it away.
Same philosophy as Game 4. Fire away. Even strength and power play. I mean, they just got to go in quantity.
Strudlin lost it. Yzerman's got it. Detroit still shorthanded. 4 more seconds. Basson clears it back. Has to be chased deeper. Esmer back to get it. Cleared it up. Power play over. That came outside the line.
Keep shooting. You're a great shot. And Mr. McCarty says you're going to be an NHLer one day. With a plastic puck, Zach Rogo, age 5, launched one that caught McCarty and cut him for 6 stitches in the forehead.
You love that, don't you?
Yeah.
They progressed to the conference finals. Banged around off the boards, run into high stick. But they had a check with your tone of your voice by the opposing goaltender, and then in the basement with the 5-year-old, you get 6 stitches in your head.
McCarty hasn't been cut. It hadn't been cut in this series on the ice before that.
That'll teach him. Centering pass right under Basson's stick. Hatcher comes back to get it. 6:15 left to go here in this first period. Cleared up by Fetisov. LaPointe. Larionov in the middle with him. Shot from center. Belfort knocks it down. The Red Wings 6-2 on the road in the playoffs. Dallas 6-2 at home in the playoffs. McCown chases it around the boards. Dump back into the middle. Draper looking for room. Modano on him. He'll kick that one in. Heinrich left kick. That'll be touched up by Muni, and that will be an icing against Steve Yzerman. 63 out of 110 for Yzerman. Loses another one. Carbonell won it. Save made. Rebound. Stop! Mike Keane at the side of the net. Puts it home. Stars lead 1-0. Face-off.
Face-offs, face-offs. The Dallas Stars dominance. Sometimes you can dominate and not get anything because of it. Not on this one. Guy Carbonell has been fantastic all season long on the face-offs. He got it back to for the shot from the slot, and then Mike Keane was able to outmuscle Larry Murphy. That time Larry Murphy didn't have a choice. He had to try to take his guy. 6 out of 6 is what Guy Carbonell has won on the face-offs. That was his 6th win. And Mike Keane finished it off, so that was a team effort all the way around for Dallas.
4th goal of the playoffs for Mike Keane, and we told you how important scoring first is in this playoff year and for these two teams. And the Dallas Stars score first in this game. Both teams are 8-1 when they score first. And a 1-0 lead on the 10th shot taken by the Stars.
Scotty Bowman now knows that officially the Dallas Stars have come home to win a hockey game and not to roll over. And you had to know they would. Guys like Guy Carbonneau, Mike Keane, Brian Scrutland, Pat Verbeek, Darian Hatcher, you go up and down their lineup. These guys have come way too far and played way too much hockey just to say, well, I guess that's enough for now.
His 4th goal ties his career high when he played with Montreal in '89.
And Mike Keane jumped by Larry Murphy. What a great play by Keane, because the rebound, he didn't know the rebound was coming his way, but he at least got open in case, and the in case turned into pay dirt.
14-16, the time of the goal. Ludwig and Guy Carbonneau, the assists out of a 1-0 lead. That's even more important. That is an even strength goal. That is an area where Dallas has really struggled in the playoffs. Dallas is now 19-4 and 14 against at even strength. That is nowhere near the differential they had during the regular season.
No, and another plus for Dallas is that in this series, in the first halves of the games, Detroit had outscored Dallas 7-1. In the second half, Dallas has outscored Detroit 7-4. So to get one early in the hockey game, because of what the lead has meant, because they have had trouble scoring on Detroit in the first half of the game, for all kinds of reasons, especially hope, it's great for Dallas right now.
They get the lead. Face-off coming to the left side of Osgood. Detroit has had only 3 shots on goal so far in this first period. And we have only 5:14 left to go in it. And these face-offs in the offensive zone, as you saw in that last goal, really matter. Draper is kicked out of there. Yzerman will move in against Mike Modano. Yzerman wins the draw, allowing Murphy around for Darren McCarty. McCarty sends it out. Hatcher will come back to get it. For Dallas this playoff year has been scoring goals. They've had to get a lead and then punt it down because they are missing their leading scorer, Joe Newendorf. They're averaging only 2.2 a game in the playoffs. Compare that to Detroit with 3.6. Lidstrom sends it in. Gilchrist will give chase. Hatcher's heading off. Play by Hatcher to get there ahead. Back out Langenbrunner. Langenbrunner will relate to them. Lidstrom stepped up and stole it. Lidstrom looking into the middle. Finds Yzerman in the draw. Shot! Save made! With the use of the D, and a penalty to Yzerman. And now they get another power play. Yzerman on the slashing at 15:27. Second power play opportunity of the game here for Dallas. If they could get this cranked up, what a huge lift with this team. Did not convert in the first opportunity. Back up near side, Greg Adams. Adams playing with that neck injury, missed the last game. Zubov at the point. Detroit staying back. Detroit jamming it up in front. Sador, the shot into that screen. Wide. Pat Verbeek is there in the kitty. Jamie McCown off the glass up. Sador cuts in. Great hold. Good play by Sador. He made a couple of really good keeps over there in the right point. This time it's banked out of there by Malk. Alford came back to get it. Here's Zubov. Power play underway here for Dallas. They are 1 for 23 against the Detroit Red Wings in the power play. 2 for their last 54. Zubov from behind his own net. Penalty killers back up. Puck came free to Murphy. Murphy sends it in. Detroit will change. 1-0 lead. Stars on top. Second power play they've had in the game. They've got 47 seconds left on it. Out shooting Detroit 10-4 so far. Back in is Lehtinen. Roy Lehtinen looking into the middle. Held onto it. Lehtinen had it jammed away, but it's controlled Dallas. Near side is Hatcher. Zubov doesn't go there. Modano up the board. Modano trying to back it in. McCarty could not get to it. Finally poked away to center by Murphy.
Boy, the other penalty killers could tell that Mike Modano was in trouble.
Look at the hole down the middle. Modano rolled it in. Osgood bounced off him and he covers. Still loose side of the net. No whistle. Rouse flips it up in the air. Off the dasher. Shanahan knocked down. Rouse again. And he clears it out. Big chance for the Stars. They've got 6 left on the power play. Off the boards would have been a 2-liner. Let go. Cleared the length of the ice. Jamie McCown. That'll do it. Detroit kills it off. 0 for 2 in the power play in this game for Dallas, but they do have the 1-0 lead with 2:25 to go. Brendan Shanahan, all of Shanahan's points have gone the road in this year's playoffs, and not nearly the number that he would like to put up. 5 goals, 3 assists so far. Drop back to Jamie McCown. Cleared up the center. Fedorov in the middle. Sergei Fedorov did not control. Detroit completing a line change. And Langenbrunner will come back to get it. Maybe Langenbrunner. Lind, the blue liner, knocked away by Osgood. Near side, Kozlov cut it up. Nice tip pass. Fedorov coming. Fedorov will get away to screen. Fedorov the shot. Belfour the save. Batista Yandel couldn't get it. Belfour covers.
Boy, Eddie Belfour looks like he's in the zone. Oh, look at this. Greg Ludwig just took his guy down. Marty Lapointe. I'll tell you what, Marty Lapointe
will come to the left side of Eddie Belfour with 1:51 remaining to go. Ludwig, the roughing at 18:09. Power play for Detroit. Their second power play of the game, and a chance late in this period to get time with the advantage. Eisenman got it back to Murphy. Tied up by Madonna. Eisenman came back to help. McCarty's shot. One time a ripper over the shoulder that time of Eddie Belfour. On the near side, Darren McCarty back on top to Lidstrom. Lidstrom, number 1 among defensemen in scoring in the playoffs, gets it back to Murphy. Larry Murphy, far side. High slot, low slot, Phil. Shot deflected. And it will be cleared by Dallas. Modano got it up.
Hey, Darian Hatcher took a page out of Larry Murphy's book. He actually stepped up and cut Murphy's shot with his skate.
Tomas Holstrom on the lane went the wrong way. Guy Carpenter short-handed. Guy Carpenter. Osgood saved. The Detroit D decided to let Osgood make the save as they moved away. Lidstrom and Murphy. And Osgood did. Some confidence in your net liner. And move it back the other way. Kozlov, power play, less than a minute left to go. Kozlov in. Kozlov dumps it back in behind the net. Tomas Holstrom set up in front. Craig Meany with a hit. Holstrom came back to help. Guy Carpenter jamming away. Up to the point. Near side, Murphy's all alone. Shot deflected. Score! Larry Murray, the shot.
Possible, and the Detroit Red Wings will go into the locker room. Nobody scores here with 35 seconds to go.
37.
With a 1-1 tie.
A power play goal will wait on the call. They give it to Tomas Holstrom, so they say it hit the youngster, and Holstrom will be credited with a goal. Jamie McCown coming back to get it. How about Holstrom? 5 goals in the whole regular season. He's got 6 goals in the playoffs. Another one of those unsung heroes for the Detroit Red Wings.
That is why the Detroit Red Wings have not fist Brendan Shanahan yet.
Yeah, because those guys keep coming through. Backed in by Bassett. Got knocked down in the corner on the play. Marty came over, gets knocked down in front. Scribbling! Side! Rebound! Off the crossbar! And the buzzer! Craig Ludwig! Little tie-up in the face-offs, and boy, did they go in favor of Dallas. 18-4 in the first period on face-offs in favor of the Dallas Stars. And Brian Skrudlin wins another one to start this period.
And that means that Chris Draper is now 0 for 6 on the face-off.
Skrudlin able to run it in. Lidstrom was there to knock it away. Skrudlin and Marshall behind the net. Bassett with him along the near side board. Intercepted, brought out of the zone. And just dumped in by Tomas Holstrom. Holstrom credited with that goal for Detroit that tied it up. The team at 19-17 from Murphy and Lidstrom. Keane's goal from Ludwig and Carpenter at 14-16. Dallas at 8-4 goal for the third power play. Osgood got jammed up behind the net. He got back out. Turned back in by Bassett. Under pass intercepted. Tonight Dallas saying before the game they wanted to get to Osgood. They hoped to get down into the crease, bump a little bit, try and get him off his game. They've not been able to do that, or did not do that in the first period. Along the near side, Hatcher got pinned up by Fedorov. Rouse reaching in, came free. Dallas tried to dump and offside. Very late in trying to get it in, but Langenbrunner was already in the zone.
No, they sure haven't shaken Chris Osgood. He is still a picture of calm and confidence out there, including stick handling. He actually picked up this last dump in. Watch what happened. One forechecker came. That was Bobby Bassett. Lifted his stick. No problem. I'll go the other way and dump it by Brian Skrudlin. That's pretty cool. And tough with those big gloves on, with the cage on. You can't see the puck that easily when it's down low, which is the reason he's never gone to the molded mask that still sits in his stall in Detroit, because he doesn't like how it affects his vision when he's looking down his feet.
His vision is working right now. That'll be flipped up and over the glass. Just underway here in the second period. Take a look at our Molson Ice League leaderboard here in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Claude Lemieux, most playoff goals, 41 since 1994, followed by Sakic, Jagr, and Kozlov of Detroit, who has 30. Aren't many, I don't think, who would put Kozlov in that category of most goals by a Detroit player in these playoff years since then, but in fact, that's who it is.
Yeah, he's quiet sometimes the way he scores, but they're big ones.
Huge goals. He's had 4 game-winning goals. Leads the National League this playoff season in that department. Doug Brown flips it in. Belfour knocks it down. Left it at the side of the net. Straight off the charge. Kozlov on the far side to Fedorov. Fedorov's up. Fedorov looking for Brown. Fedorov centered back to Kozlov. If Fedorov, Brown, and Kozlov were united, that's the way they started the game. And then Scotty Bowman broke that in the aggregate. Fedorov came up with the pack off, took his man down. Lincoln was sliding. Behind the net. In front. Couldn't get it. Good setup by Madonna to Latham, who was cutting into the middle. The ball at center, lost it to Rouse. Rouse will send that one in. Belfour back together. Detroit changing it up on the fly. Madonna goes wide side. Looking for a little room shoot. Bounce. Takes it. Selected. Wide by Petit. And it'll just be swung out of the zone by the Red. Face down. Kessler back in his own zone. Banks it away to Keane. He's got the goal for Dallas. Through the middle. Long pass for Lynn. Lynn leads it back. He lost control. Dallas able to hold it in though after the back checking. Keane was there. Looking in front for Lynn. Keane shot. Deflected. Up and off the far side. Keane stick on that. Not directed towards the net. Gilchrist coming the other way. Oh, did he pay a price? Kessler came over and got all of him. Gilchrist had leveled on the far side. Good check by Kessler. Back comes Lynn. Lynn moving in. He's got help. No backhand shot. Tried to dish it to Keane. It never got there. Steve Yzerman was on the back check. Darren McCarty. McCarty coming in a 2-on-3. Now 3-on-3. McCarty for Yzerman. Couldn't get it. McCarty again. Shoots in underneath his stick. And it's Shanahan the opportunity. Ricardo comes the other way for Dallas. Allowed that one into the zone. Played back by Nicholas Lidstrom. Lidstrom up for Larry Murphy. Detroit wins this game and this series is over. And they go to the finals. Dallas trying to extend this series and take it back to Detroit. Greg Adams. Adams comes to the red. He'll dump in on Oscar. Oscar played it to Larry Murphy. Trying to catch him in a line change. Break wide though. Over there. And maybe we'll pick it up. Break medium left right. Up defensively for the Dallas Stars. Adams. Adams with Verbeek in the middle. Saunders with a save. Rebound Murphy chipped it away. Not up. The collision with Muni. Down they go. Puck behind him. Dug out by Maltby. Pinned up by Adams. Puck is free. Adams swept it back into the zone. Detroit Lidstrom was there. Little opening left side.
It looked like it was on edge. It flattened. Sador might have gotten a piece of it, but I don't think so. I think that just beat Eddie Belfour cleanly. One shot.
2-1 lead for Detroit. 16-12 to go in the second period. The Red Wings on top. They've scored the last 2 goals in this game. Zubov and Holmstrom in the corner. Centered. Shot was deflected. Maltby got it back. Maltby sends it back to Tomas Holmstrom. Holmstrom with a great strike. Good control. Back on top. McCown shot wide. Rebound. Maltby trying to get a shot off with a stick picked up by Zubov. Madison sends it up. Intercepted by Rouse. 3:40 time to go. Lariana first of this series.
Shot. He watched that 20-minute videotape of all of the scoring chances Detroit has had in this playoff series. He watched that today and he noticed that he was playing too deep. On that one, I don't think Lariana had an option but to let him in because Sador was cutting him off and then he was still in the paint.
This is Detroit's period. In the second period, they've outscored the opposition 27-13 in the second period of this playoff season. And 1 goal in 15 of the 17 games has come in the second. And as we said, perhaps more importantly now for the Dallas Stars, they have had a great first period where they did everything but have the lead. And now in the second period have given up, I'm sure it's going to be classified as a soft goal. And are behind in this game too.
They've got to stop the stoppable shots. And that falls into the stoppable shot category.
Madonna's in the middle. Madonna will send that one in wide. Good press from Yzerman. Goes back for Yzerman behind the net. Steve Yzerman. Yzerman will flip that out of the zone. And Detroit continues their run of even strength goals here in the playoffs where they've been strong. Even strength, 37 goals, 23 surrenders. The exact opposite of what Dallas has had. It's almost 50-50 for Dallas in the 5-on-5. Modano into the middle. Sador coming. Sador. Murphy in front of it. Sador looking to the net. Couldn't find it. Landon going to the puck. The shot right into Larry Murphy. Murphy blocked it. Kozlov to Lidstrom. Lidstrom turning the fire side. Brown. Obviously the net's really enormous. Trying to get a 2-goal lead here at any point in this game. Lidstrom there almost untouchable. Out at center off the draw. Guy Carbonneau and Sergei Fedorov. Fetisov lost that. To the corner they go. Fetisov. Guy Carbonneau. Cleared around. Red Wings Brown. Doug Brown gunned it out. Can't control it. Hacker back to get it. Keane's got the goal for that. Keane sends it off the near side wall. Right back onto the zone. There's Anderson. Cleared back the other way by Brown. Anderson getting up. Shot. And fell for the save on Fedorov. Gave up a rebound on it as it trickled away. And it comes up and over the glass as Fedorov shot from the blue line.
Well, Fedorov is a lot stronger now than he was when he was 15 years old and joined the Red Army team. Gary, he told us this story the other day. It was amazing. 3 weeks of off-ice training, a lot of weightlifting, 13 different stations of weightlifting. Every day for 21 consecutive days, Sergei Fedorov, prior to taking the ice at training camp, lifted 27 tons of weights every day. I know there are people at home saying, no way. Well, a set of 10 at 100 pounds for the set, that's 1,000 pounds. 2 of those, you got 1 ton. And they just kept him working and working. 27 tons a day for 21 consecutive days. He was the 165-pound weakling going in. He's 6'1", 200 pounds now, as strong as he gets.
And the last thing he said to us was, don't tell Scotty that. They come back to the red line, intercepted by Martin Lapointe. Lapointe moving it in. Lapointe one-arming it. Look at the strength of Martin Lapointe being held onto by Hatcher. Lapointe still there. Lapointe would not let go of that puck. Comes back to get it. Hatcher pinned him up. Lapointe centers pass to Larry Arnold, deflected in behind the net for me. Craig Adams. Adams brings it for Dallas. A 2-1 Red Wings lead. Behind the net, Osgood. Carried around the boards to Lapointe. Couldn't handle, so really knocked it down. Dallas going to get on the side here. Back for Beek. Adams. Adams will ship that one in. Osgood left it, jamming the crown back. Beek has only 3 goals in this whole playoff year. Although they goal scorers during the regular season. They desperately need to get one from here tonight. Icing call there on the Wings.
Sergei Fedorov accomplishes so much both offensively and defensively with his speed. He is such a smooth skater. But sometimes you don't even know how fast he's going out there. He lost his stick in the play, was able to retrieve one over at the bench, so he thought quick enough to get one, and then right back in the proper position to crank one from just outside the blue line. But in this series, not only has Fedorov struggled, Brendan Shanahan has as well. 1 assist for Sergei Fedorov, no points for Brendan Shanahan. I like what Barry Melrose brought up, though, about Shanahan being a left-wing lock guy, so he's back defensively a lot. And you know what? If Fedorov neutralizes Mike Modano, that's pretty well been a tie, then the other guys take over for Detroit.
I think Shanahan should. I think after this playoff, you're going to hear an announcement about Brendan Shanahan having played the position of injury. Back up in front, Murphy, and it tipped away in behind the net. Murphy got tied up. Lidstrom on Langenbrunner. Eisenman came over and freed the puck up. Cleared out of the zone by Malkin.
You may be right, Gary, because even when he's not scoring, Brendan Shanahan is usually more physical than he is.
National Hockey Night in our continuing coverage of the playoffs. Modano taking the face-off against Steve Eisenman. Tied up Eisenman. Shot deflected wide. That has been the Dallas strategy in the face-off in this game. It's worked. Tied up the draw man. Somebody else come in and bang the loose puck away. Lidstrom puts the hit on Modano. Batted away. Gilchrist went up and over the boards. Never came back down. They draw the whistle. Shots are 16-8 in favor of the Stars, but they're behind 2-1. Football camps opening up very shortly. Troy Aikman, quarterback, Dallas Cowboys, on hand here to watch this game tonight. Other athletes love hockey. A lot of baseball players love hockey. Go to hockey games all the time. Football players same way. Golfers, golfers, couple. Great spectator sport. Presidents show up at games. If Washington moves on into the finals, the president will probably take in more than 1 game this year. Eisenman and Strudlin on the draw. Eisenman will pick up himself. Eisenman the high flip out of the zone, avoiding the hit by Bassam, but that was touched up with a high stick. And the face-off will be at center.
You know, one of the big differences in this series, has been the points that the defensemen for the respective teams have picked up. In this hockey game, Nicky Lidstrom with 2 assists, Larry Murphy with 1 assist. On the series, that gives the Detroit defensemen 3 goals and 10 assists. Craig Ludwig picked up an assist on Dallas's goal, and that brings Dallas's defense total to 1 goal and 2 assists. So much happens from the defense of the Detroit Red Wings offensively because of their skill level.
The Detroit Red Wings have had 8 players with 10 or more points here in the playoffs. No team has more in the playoffs. They've gotten the help they need. Cleared around the Hatcher, Brent Marshall into the middle. Desmer able to flip it away to center. Bassett touches it back to Keyshaw. Osgood will play it, and Osgood will hang on. 11:58 to go here in period number 2.
And when Nicky Lidstrom scores goals, this team is just about unbeatable. And he scored in game 3 in Detroit. Such a head fake. Beautiful head fake to clear the guy out from in front of him. That was Latham. He not only got 1 goal in game 3, he got a second one. He double pumped to get by the traffic that was in front and then just lifted by Eddie Belfour. All of the little things that Nicky Lidstrom does make him. Well, you mentioned Steve Yzerman, Gary. Overall in the playoffs, Nicky Lidstrom and Steve Yzerman have been the 2 MVPs for the Detroit Red Wings. Chris Osgood's been good, but Lidstrom has been fantastic, and so has Stevie Wise.
Getting a +9, Lidstrom is tied for second in the playoffs in +1. Dubon to split now. Dubon, 1 goal, no assists in the last 8 games. Another guy they need on the back of that net. His shot deflected. Lind along the near side boards. Anders Eriksson dug it out. Knocked away by Keane. Keane got it back. Cut off knocking down. Eriksson will start it up ice. Looking Brown on the left. Brown will play it off the boards. Brown after the piece off blocked on Belfour. Brown picks it up. Runs center. Shot just deflected wide. Doug Brown with a great save at the crowd's wall. Lind will dump it in. Trying to play it off the boards. Osgood can let it go that far. Jamie McCown picks it up. Pass up the near side wall. Won't get there in time. Held in by Sidor. Keane couldn't touch that one up. Adams on the far side. Adams banged it high off the glass. Detroit behind their own net. 11:03 left to go. Second period. Detroit up 2-1. Brown guns right in. Newman's there. Newman sends it ahead for beating us down. Well, we got control of that. Newman will try it again. Then Lowe comes to the middle of the side. Greg Adams on the left wing.
Doug Brown missed most of the start of the playoffs with the shoulder, came back, got it banged, had to miss some more time. He's back in the lineup tonight as he was Sunday for game 4. The reason Scotty Bowman has to have him in the lineup, he is so valuable in doing tons of little things. Watch this play here. He comes wide, he tried to make the pass to Fetisov, couldn't, then Doug Brown stayed. Got the puck, terrific little aerial pass just to lift it over 1 stick out to Kozlov. And he works so well with Sergei Fedorov that it really makes that line, I think, a greater offensive threat. He's good defensively, but they're better offensively with him on the line.
Interesting expansion draft will come up as soon as the Stanley Cup final program. Doug Brown may be one of those who's going to be available.
No chance of pulling out.
Separated shoulder that tore everything apart. That shoulder has found his way back here. And he sends it in. Chased down by Madonna. Down behind the net. Larionov has got the go-ahead goal for the moment. Jamie McCown looking for Rouse near side. The veteran Rouse. 23-year-old got that one out of there. Larionov giving chase. Belfour got it. Belfour throws it around the dasher near side. Shot and the shot off the blocker of Belfour. Reached out for that. Madonna. Larionov do battle off the wall. Recovered there by Newman. Stripped the puck. The point stick on it. Came off the far side board. Madonna got it back. It was cleared back in by Draper. And there will be played by Ludwig. Greg Ludwig. 29 block shot. Second in the team net department in this playoff. Detroit trying to jam it up at center. Shot in. Save made by Osgood and late to it. From the blue line. Tomas Holstrom. Dallas changing. Holstrom comes to the right. He'll send it in. On the far side. Dallas got it in their own zone. Looking to clear through the middle. Didn't get it out. Looks for a shot. Deflected on Belfour. Rebound loose. Tomas Holstrom kicking away. Finds the puck. Holstrom got it up to Lidstrom. Lidstrom gets the man down on the ice. Tried to drop it in the slot. Murphy was there, but Sidor intercepted. They come back in a 3-on-2. Osgood will get to play this himself. Osgood around the boards. On-man rush. Puck got too far out in front, though, for the Stars to do anything with it. Holmstrom breaking in the middle. Passed up. Holmstrom came back to get it to Murphy. Larry Murphy, Detroit changing. Backs it in the blue. Whips it into the wide side corner with a high pass to Yzerman. Yzerman turns. Yzerman open. Leaves it at the top. Shot to Keyshaw. That one saved by Belfour and cleared out of the zone by chance to wrap up the Western Conference Championship. Eisenman on the draw. And one by Dallas. Near side, Lynn tried to clear it out. Knocked down Anders Eriksson. Lynn again got it out of his own defense. Grabbing it in. Backhand side shot off the stick of Blocker. Hatcher holds it in at the point. Dumps it back for Slava for Tisov. Tisov pinned up by Keith Cavanaugh. Got it up. Lynn able to hold it in again. Keith Cavanaugh on the corner. Gilchrist was on it. Detroit will get it out of the zone. Anders Eriksson up ice. McCarty's got an angle. McCarty. Eisenman couldn't get the shot off. Sent it right through the crease on the return pass. Setting up routes to hold it in. Darren McCarty down follows Keith Cavanaugh. Kicked it by Eisenman and McCarty. McCarty wanted to get it into the middle. Did, but Lynn was there to knock it down. 14-16 of the first period. Mike Dean scored for Dallas. 19-17 of the first period. Tomas Holstrom on a power play goal to tie it. 3:40 of this period. Larry Arnold. Shanahan charging. Belfort got there first. Back to the point it goes. Madonna trying to kick it out. Cut it off anywhere tied up. Langenbrunner. Langenbrunner brings it in. James McCown. Stop on that away. And Craig Mooney will chase back in the zone in. Mooney back. No change. Zone change is completed. Turned around. Langenbrunner out of there. Intercepted. Detroit's going to clear the zone. Couldn't send it in. And turned it over. Lightning shot saved by Osgood. Russ. He left with Jamie McCown. Two. Better than that defensive barrier. Shanahan sends that one in. Goes down in the corner and around by Ludwig. Not out of the zone though. Shot breaker. That's blocked all the way to center.
Remember when the first period was played, where it was played? It was played primarily in Detroit's end. Where is this period being played?
Breaker. On the move. Shot. Called for it and knock it down. Get around Ludwig. Breaker on the far side. Back into the Ludwig pile behind the net. Benoit Hogue clears it out. Murphy came back to get it. Murphy with Detroit clearing off the board. Better sent back in by Tomas Holstrom. Get hit by Adams. Maltby gets his man down Ludwig. Maltby behind that. Maltby looking. Goes back to the point of Lidstrom. Lidstrom sets the puck. The shot deflected. May have gone up the stick of Belfort as it came through that crowd. Benoit Hogue lost the stick on that. And Zubov's going to clear it out. And right now, Detroit is in charge of this game. Osgood cleared it up. Red Wings have got the get-go. Adams sends it back. Holmstrom and Adams have collided out at center. There they were again. Anybody touch it? Nope. Icing coming if Murphy gets there first. He let it go to Fetisov, and that will be the icing call. 6:24 to go, second period.
Bodies are still banging, and the one guy that doesn't want to get hit is Greg Adams. He missed game 4 Sunday with the neck. Remember, he's got the 3 vertebrae that are going to have to be fused together. Holmstrom tested it on that one. In front of our speed cam that's on the glass. But Greg Adams wants to stay out of those confrontations because one popped the wrong way, and he's out of this game too. A couple of minutes ago, Chris Draper showed us his speed. May not be winning faceoffs, but he's still got the Jets turned up. Craig Ludwig went for the fake shot. Chris Draper was able to get a pretty decent backhand shot off.
Shots are 18-12 in favor of the Stars. They also have the advantage scoring chance-wise, 12-8. But the 2 goals are up there for the Red Wings and only 1 for the Stars. And this team won the President's Trophy as the #1 team in the league during the regular season. Must win here if they're going to keep the season alive. Only 3 teams since the inauguration of the President's Trophy winning the regular season have gone on to win the Stanley Cup. It's not in the regular season.
That wishbone right in the chin of Eddie Belfour's mask. That's his good luck, baby. He needs it now.
Martin LaPointe won the draw. Anders Eriksson moving in. And he shot the point, banged it off the side of the net in Belfour. Dallas will get it back. Kessler is hanging up at center here. Drop back to Lynn. Lynn will fake. Quick to the board. Shot it behind the net. Shanahan on the point break. LaPointe got a chance for a 2-on-1 if he rushes with Lariano. Not enough to get it to Lariano. Shore intercepted that one. Lynn along the board, skinned up. Point went charging in. Gilchrist was already there. Camden by Lynn behind the net. Osgood over the play. Anders Eriksson. Anderson got it up out of the zone. Up to the point. Brad couldn't get it out. Well on the second shot. Anders Eriksson. Shanahan. Shanahan backhander. Belfour save. Cover that one.
Small boned, weighs 165. You could swear that he's some kind of businessman. You would never guess he played hockey this well, this long.
Well, here's the Soviet Union, the elite league, of course. He's now in the National Hockey League. Valeriano is going to be a star.
stick by itself. And listen, it's not a big sprawling body block, but it qualifies as a shot block. Here he is again.
He just poke-checked the puck away and brings it into the zone. Dumped into the corner. Yet no team wants Larry Murphy. He keeps getting moved around, and all he does is win. Back up the center. Rouse picks it up. Rouse drops it off. They clear the zone. Brown sends that one in wide of the net. Chase down Kozlov. Kozlov, Fedorov. Fedorov bumped up by Zubov. Zubov kicks it away to Kozlov. Brown on the inside post. No lane to get it through, though. Fedorov picks it up. Fedorov over to Brown. Brown backs up for Kozlov. Kozlov looking. Fedorov cutting. Can't control the puck. Hatcher was there. Kozlov had to do that. Near side line, and Brown will get off for Dallas. Dallas fans are revving it up here. They came in to get out of the heat. Dump back in. They hope to keep it. If their team at least can keep the heat on Detroit. Right now, the Red Wings up by 1. Great pass. Rose cuts it up. No ice. Goes back out through center. Jammed up by Adams. Again, no Willie and that's far here. They wave it off. Into the corner. Adams came down loose over the puck. Verbeek going to kick it out of there. Still loose. Adams gets it. Adams centering pass. Jump over the stick of Muni off the center. And that Draper on it. Back in Rouse, but they've not cleared the zone. 3:47 to go. Second period. 18. Detroit, of course, trying to defend that and pick up another one here. We've got 3:45 left to go. Second period. Ludwig. Ludwig gains the red. He'll send that into the zone. Osgood played it around. Arianoff got the centering pass right through the middle. And Brendan Shanahan in front of Osgood. Arianoff brings it in. Shanahan crisscrossing with it. Arianoff looking. Open shot. Shanahan tipped it off the side of the net. Played there by Ludwig. Ludwig teamed up with Hatcher. Shot the point. Save Belfort. Craig Ludwig has not had a good game. He doesn't get it out again. Anders Eriksson drops it. Tip back to the point. Darren McCarty over to get it. McCarty swung behind the net. Ben Mahmoud was there. Lowe turned it around and it goes up and over the glass on the near side. Our new Dodge intermission report upcoming in about 3 minutes. Bring you up to date on both of the conference finals going on. A look at Martin Lapointe, who we're watching here tonight. The Capitals looking to rebound after they had a chance to wrap it up. It didn't. And the Bulls and Jazz.
Craig Ludwig was in the penalty box late in the first period when Detroit got their 1 goal of the first period, the Holmstrom goal. And Craig Ludwig here was trying to bank it out of the zone. Didn't work that time. Anders Eriksson knocked it down and brought it back over to the other side. But still some time left, obviously, and the Dallas Stars are 1 goal down. That is the situation that Buffalo knows about. They were tied until late in the game, and then Jason Willie put it away.
Lidstrom in the post! Face-off, Nicholas Lidstrom caught the wide side post on Eddie Belfour, and it came screaming up. Into the middle for Yzerman. Guy Carbonneau stepped up on him. A bullet dodged by Dallas. Lynn brings it to the red. A lot of dumping and chasing. Big haul down the center. No call as Keane tied up with Gilchrist. Whistle for a face-off on that puck over on the far side boards.
Well, the Detroit Red Wings were within about 3 inches of taking a 2-goal lead, which would be a huge lead right now. Nicky Lidstrom smacked one. I don't think Eddie Belfour saw this at all because there was a huge screen in front of him. Watch it from the face-off. Detroit rebounding on the face-off. Go again. Watch Eddie Belfour. We'll know if Eddie Belfour saw this by how he reacts. The shot, he just picked it up when it was in front of him. It looked like he just picked it up in front of him, and it might have even deflected onto the post.
He was lucky it didn't hit his skate coming back out again. Just missed his skate.
Nicky Lidstrom, only defenseman to score a goal in each of the last 7 years. In the last 2 years, he has been even or plus in the playoffs. 31 out of 36 games. Larry Murphy is 30 out of 36. He is 31 out of 36.
What a pairing. You've got Murphy and Lidstrom out there. Pass and shot was blocked up to the near side point. Knocked away by Skrudlin. Fedorov was there too. Skrudlin got it deep. Jamie McCown goes back. Dallas wanting to get to Osgood in this game to create some traffic out in front of him, do some damage. They still have not been able to do that. With 2:14 to go here in the second period. What they tried to do is dump the puck in, chase it down, and get it in front. But Detroit has beaten them in the chase. Doug around the corner, Doug round on him, puck underneath both, freed up near side. Marshall, pass up with that, intercept So he had the hit post at one end and then that one. Sador, his shot blocked out deep again. McCarty clears it out after Gilchrist had blocked the shot. Sador got it back. Taken away. Gilchrist cutting in. Got McCarty in front of the net. The puck rolls ahead of him. Back into the corner. Steve Yzerman over. McCarty, Yzerman. Backhanded in front. Went the other way instead. A minute to go in the period. Gilchrist back on top. Shot. Lidstrom off the boards. High off the glass. Yzerman. Sador. Detroit trying to get their second goal in the final minute of a period here. And that'll be tied up, and Detroit will get the face-off in the offensive zone with Yzerman under Sador in the ice and the puck under them.
Steve Yzerman just will never give up on the play. I mean, we've seen him so many times during the regular season and the playoffs, sitting on his rear end and still reaching out for the puck and doing something constructive with it. That time it looked like Dallas was going to get it right out of the zone. Here's Stevie Yzerman going behind the net, trying to hoop Sador and go back the other way. Sador lost his stick and was able to pull Steve Yzerman down. You see, he's on his back, and he was still able to control the puck with his blade one way, and then hooked it back the other way. I mean, he's amazing. He just never quits on it, and he's got great hand-eye coordination even when he's lying down.
Big face-off, and it's won against Larionov by Guy Carbonneau. Murphy shot. Belfour went down, hit the D before it got to him, though. Back out through center. Larry Murphy chipped it. Shanahan onside. Shanahan save Eddie Belfour with 32 seconds to go in the period. Shanahan came up with a breakaway. Larry Murphy set him up on the aerial pass, and Belfour with a huge save. Hatcher bangs it off the boards. LaPointe moving up, could not get to it. Ludwig cleared it around. Adam gets it out. 14 to go in the period. Carbonneau the shot. Over the head of Osgood. Keane. Lidstrom. Keane held it back in behind the net. 7 left to go. Larionov up the near side. Knocked down here. Larionov couldn't get it out. Shot Ludwig. Deflected. Keane, and that's the period. Keane for Dallas. Well, here we go. Is this going to be the final period of hockey this season for Dallas? 3 consecutive losses in the last 186 games. They lose this one, it'll be 3 in a row, and their season will be over. And Detroit would move on. But there is a period left, and we're underway. Shots 20 to 15 in favor of the Stars. Osgood, big save early on. Lehtinen from outside the blue line.
And that is the 11th shot for the Madonna line. I mean, this is a line that's got to get it done in the through 2 periods. Lehtinen had 5 shots. That is his 6th shot in the game. Madonna with 4, Langenbrunner with 2. They have been the threat for Dallas.
This will be an icing call, and touched up Sador at the other end. Keane, the only goal up there for Dallas in the first period. Holmstrom and Larionov, the 2 for Detroit, and Holmstrom's goal at 19:17 of that first period has been a backbreaker. And who put this team together, and one of the great National Hockey League stars, Bob Gainey. All those years with the Canadiens Cup winners. The architect of this team was the coach, then just moved into the, moved to the GM office. Put Ken Hitchcock down behind the bench.
I think Ken Hitchcock is going to have to get Mike Madonna out there a little more. He played 7 minutes, roughly 6 minutes and change in the first period, the same in the second period. But when it's on the line, especially as much attack as that line has been able to generate, they got to play here.
Guy Carbonneau will move in to take the faceoffs. The faceoffs have heavily gone to the Dallas Stars in this game. They are winning 66% of the faceoffs. They're back out the center. Doug Brown, his chance on Belfour, blocked it near side. Fedorov intercepted. Guy Carbonneau couldn't get it out of the zone. Held in there by Brown to Fedorov. Brown, Fedorov, Kozlov bounced underneath the pads of Eddie Belfour, who wasn't quite sure where that had gone, as Kozlov tried to jam it in on the short side.
The one thing Eddie Belfour knew on this play was that it wasn't behind him. So through a process of elimination, he figured he had to have it. But Sergei Fedorov, when Zubov tries to take Sergei Fedorov, that's kind of a mismatch because Fedorov is so strong, and Kozlov sensed that right away and moved to the front for a little jam-in try.
See the numbers he has put up in the playoffs in his career versus Dallas. Sergei Fedorov, second in scoring, first in goals in the playoffs, but only has had 2 assists over the last 6 games. Jamie McCown takes it back in behind the net. Fedorov up and out of the zone. This is going to be another icing call, and this is what Detroit's got to be very careful of, and Scotty Bowman talked about it. When we get a lead, Yes, we have to play conservatively, but we can't be too conservative and stop playing offensively.
I agree. They did that in games 3 and 4. Detroit did. They scored 4 unanswered goals to open up game 3, only to have Dallas come back and make it a 4-3 game before Eddie Belfour ended up trying to draw a penalty on Lapointe, diving and having Lapointe make it a 5-3 game. And then in game 4, Detroit went up 2-0, only to have Dallas come back and tie them when Detroit really kind of sat on the lead, or tried to sit on the lead.
Mike Modano moves in to take the face-off here. Modano directing traffic. He wants Zuboff. Move down along the boards here, so Detroit will answer. Larry Murphy skating in with some instructions here.
Well, they already got scored on one face-off play because they didn't have the right coverage, and Larry Murphy wants to be really sure that that goal that Mike Keane scored in the first period off the Ludwig shot. So now they got to be real careful. They got it loaded up in front right now. The question is, do you put somebody over on the boards? And with the Zuboff on the boards, the answer to that is yes. Over here on the far side, Zuboff is over there with Yzerman.
Gary Fraser finally told Zuboff to stop moving, because if he comes down the half boards, Murphy's going to go over there with him. If he doesn't, he stays up. Fraser came over to Zuboff and said, pick a place. Came back. Verbeek, quick shot. Osgood picked that one up at the last second. Now Hogue and Murphy get into it. Pat Verbeek off the face-off win.
And this is why you said that the Detroit Red Wings just can't go into a shell and ice the puck and bounce it up off the glass and down the ice, because the Dallas Stars have been real strong in the face-offs. Mike Modano won that one back, and Pat Verbeek just about had eyes on that puck.
They'll do it again, and it'll be from the same face-off dot. Modano's won 11 of 18 on face-offs. Zuboff and Verbeek back at the top of the circle. Try to get it back again. Zuboff got it. Shot. That one didn't have much on it. Scooped up by Osgood, but this is a dangerous situation for Detroit. You don't want these face-offs to keep on coming here in the offensive zone, and the clock is stopped as well.
Well, Steve Yzerman is a right-hand shot, and if he just draws it back, he could draw it towards Chris Osgood. So it'll be interesting to see if he takes a third one over here, because he doesn't want to let Mike Modano jump by him if he draws to his backhand side, which is right towards Chris Osgood. And it looks like Scotty Bowman's going to have Fedorov now, because he's a left-hand shot on his side.
Fedorov won that one. He sent McCarty out with instructions from the bench for that draw. Lidstrom cleared it out. Modano knocked it down. Dallas clears the zone, lost the puck. Good play made by Yzerman, who reached in and took it away, and Yzerman lost his helmet. Modano will send it into the corner. Osgood came back. Osgood backs this one up for Darren McCarty. McCarty tried to clear once. McCarty dropped it off, didn't get it anywhere. Came back, blue line, shot. Zuboff, and a save made maybe by Lidstrom. It was deflected wide. Lidstrom was there to knock the puck away as Osgood had come out to cut the angle, but the puck went wide of him. McCarty, penalty coming on the far side. Goal lead. Face-off at center. Larionov won the draw. Fetisov will send it in. Power play for the Red Wings. Lapointe hit by Ludwig. Sador's got room, and Sador clears it out. Held on to by Osgood. Early on, 2.5 minutes into this third period. A huge power play opportunity for the Detroit Red Wings, who have picked it up of late. 7 for their last 29. They've been on the power play. Up back into the zone. Belfour partially played that one, then left it. Didn't go anywhere. Hatcher came in. Brown got it away. Larionov shot. Banked up. Kozlov. Brown deflected to the far side. But Brown had no angle for that last chance. Martin Lapointe. Lapointe trying to push it up the boards. Bounced off the glass off Hatcher. Hatcher tied him up. Puck came free and swung out of there by Carbonneau. Carbonneau and Lapointe hacking away at one another behind the play. Fraser's watching. Two of them skate to the far side bench.
They're mad.
Separate.
They're mad enough. I'll guarantee you they were speaking French.
They were right together, stick to stick, all the way across ice. Up ice for Sergei Fedorov. Back come back to get it. 45 seconds left on the power play. Detroit. Tomas Holston was going to go to Shanahan. The Holmstrom shot. Save made by Belfour. And he will get the whistle. 37 seconds left on the advantage.
Well, there have been some weird pucks bouncing around Chris Osgood. Showed you that disputed goal, at least the one that Dallas wanted to review on at the end of the second period. Nicky Lidstrom may have saved Chris Osgood on this one. Watch Lidstrom over here. He's looking at these guys to see if he should take them or back out of the way to take the screen away. He decided not to go to Modano or Pat Verbeek, and the decision was perfect because as the puck was coming down, there is Lidstrom. He had a choice there. Go and try to block out Modano and Verbeek or wait. He waited, and very seldom is Nicky Lidstrom wrong.
That was going in.
Yep, it was going in.
He actually did make a save. He's one of the finalists for the Norris Trophy, best defenseman in the league. Lidstrom back Shanahan. His shot deflected wide from Holstrom. They better off over together. Hatcher comes over on the loose puck. Pushes it by Shanahan. Modano, short-handed. Modano will send it in. Related to Modano, working that one out. 14 left on the Detroit power play. Lidstrom again. Lidstrom sends it in hard. Detroit changing up here. That's going to be touched by Skrudlin. That is going to be an icing call. With 7 seconds left on. That, of course, is a trophy already taken home by the Dallas Stars. Skrudlin on this face-off. Still short-handed. The Dallas Stars, Skrudlin complaining. Draper's not getting a stick down.
Well, Draper was down, but Brian Skrudlin tried to take him on the jump. He never did steady a stick, and that's why he got kicked out.
Well, Mike Keane moves in on the draw. You need a shot. Knocked away by Osgood. Skrudlin over. Detroit still in a power play. Now it's over. Power play over. Dallas kills it off. It begins a 2-1 Red Wings lead with 15:55 to go here in the third period. Skrudlin back up to Mooney. Behind him. Look out here. Murphy coming. He's got the point in the middle. Murphy in. Pushed away by Mooney, and there goes the net. That was a 2-on-1 break.
I don't think on the draw, and I saw Barney the point, say you're going to try and draw it back. That was the plan. It didn't work that time.
That's because Gabe Connell came away with a face-off win that we essentially cleared by changing the sound. No whistle. He waved off any ice.
It bounced over his stick.
Wow. Well, that kept it alive for Dallas. Let's see if that matters. Keane shot, saved there by Osgood, and he's going to hang on to that one. We're going to check in with Brian England. 6 assists, 139 points coming into this game for Murphy. Murphy there, knocked down by Leitonen, and he took Leitonen down. Leitonen on the return pass, couldn't cover. Hit by Langenbrunner. Gilchrist took the bump, centering pass, knocked down by Lidstrom from Murphy. Up and not out of the zone. Modano trying to drop it off. Lidstrom is there. Murphy gets chased. And you can sense the urgency now of this Dallas team as they pick the pace up right here. They're coming home, banging here. You got to lay it on the ice right now. They're fighting in the far side. Modano after him. He got it out of the zone. Zubov back. Zubov in the zone in. Carney without the helmet. Hits the door. Right back in. Modano on the drop pass. Never got to him though. Eiserman was there. Eiserman still controlled. Eiserman near side for Gilchrist. Brent Gilchrist moves in. Detroit changing. Gilchrist looks down the slot. Great save. The captain, Steve Eiserman, all by himself, coming down the middle. And Belfour made the save.
Well, now that's twice on wide open chances that Eddie Belfour has given Ken Hitchcock's guys a chance to get back in this game. He stopped Brendan Shanahan on a breakaway at the end of the second period, and now after this nifty play by Brent Gilchrist, he had time to make it. Steve Eiserman all alone, and that time Eddie Belfour moved out towards him. He was not as deep in his net as he was on other situations that we've seen in this game. Watch Belfour, he'll be just outside the crease when Steve Eiserman took his shot, and Eiserman was so close, and I don't think he had very much to shoot at all.
Steve Eiserman, their leader, 4 goals, 15 assists going into this game point-wise. Third back on the far side for Stephen Chase, cut off, Gilchrist, Brown. Brown dumps it in behind the net for Fedorov. Fedorov trying to center the block by Hatcher, pushed away up the near side wall. Kick down Kozlov. Kozlov makes things, he got it by Keane to Fedorov. Fedorov looking for his run here. Picked up by Kozlov, the piece out coming in, the defenseman shot is blocked, and Keane picks up the puck. Kozlov blocked the shot, putting the body down the ice. Anders Eriksson back to get it. 13:57 on the third. Kaprizov helps cover. Lindner actually blocked that pass. Ludwig look at the right side. Shoot it over the head of Osgood. Johnson 45-19 in favor of the Stars. Detroit has the 200. Level on off. The go-ahead goal in the second period. Lindner gets back outside. Not passing, sends it in. Osgood will get service.
Marty Lapointe had good coverage on Bobby Bassam, but he kind of forearmed him up high and took him down. Bassam just dropped quickly. I mean, when Lapointe puts his mind to it, he is so strong that Bobby Bassam, who looked like he was out of gas at the end of that shift anyway, just went down like crazy. And that's what Terry Fraser saw. Boy, the bodies are flying here now. So Lapointe was in deep on an offensive chance, and then he dug in to get back defensively. Here's what he did. He just kind of gave him a forearm, and down went Bob Bassam. Lapointe couldn't believe he got the penalty, but he took him down hard and rough.
6:49, time of the penalty, roughing. Third power play of the game for Dallas. Dallas is 0 for 2 in the power play in this game, 1 for 24 against Detroit in this series. The fans and the star players know this is their chance. But this power play has been the killer in this series. The inability of Dallas to score on the power play. And it was tied for first with 77 power play goals in the regular season. They get one here, they tie this game up. Gary Lacy, Eichenberger, Zubov back to the plate. Madonna comes to the top. Madonna dumped it down low, shot. It's got a huge save. Madonna whipped it wide and emptied out. Mike Madonna had Osgood down on the far side and missed. Zubov, Sador, his shot wide. Rebound, Madonna, center. Banged away to Zubov. Zubov shot. He shot it wide for the sideline and brothers. Sador, Zubov, bounced away and clear out of the zone by Brogan. Or Maltby, rather. Down to 1:08 left on the power play. Sador, Verbeek missed on the ice. Rouse and Verbeek in the corner. Eichenberger with the puck, tried to drop it off Yzerman. Yzerman to the lane. Yzerman to the middle. Detroit changing and he sends it in. 52 left on the power play for Dallas. Belfour. Urgency, desperation starting to creep in here for Dallas. Into the corner, Verbeek went, hold, puck came free along the dash of Keane. Keane has got the only goal for Dallas in the game. Centered Yzerman again, and he cleared.
Steve Yzerman is everywhere on this penalty kill.
Belfour came out to help. Detroit was changing. Keane got it into the zone. Fedorov back. Out by Hatch's glove. 22 left on the power play. Belfour again out to help. Sador. Detroit changes on the penalty kill unit one more time. Fedorov. Detroit short-handed. He'll rag it back with Keane on it. Nicholas Lidstrom finds a little light. Brown clears it to length of the ice. Great penalty killing here by Detroit. 4 seconds left on their penalty. Hatcher starts it up. Strudlin on the near. Strudlin tipped it on the boards by Marshall. Hatcher faced it down. Penalty is over. They do not convert. The Detroit penalty killers got it done. But Tisov still a 2-run lead. Can't get it by Strudlin. Off the dasher to the near side. Big banging going on as Marshall came in. Shanahan putting the hit on. Helmet was blind. The puck is free. Helmet was blind the other way as Osgood shot it into the boards to get it away. Shanahan knocks it down. Strudlin gets up. Shanahan finally has to go to the head. He can do that in the defensive zone. Lapointe, Tisov. Terry Fraser wants him to play the puck. They need a rest. Carbonneau will try and draw back to the blue line. Sador's waiting there for the face-off. Yzerman concerned about the defensive alignment. He wants to get Rouse back into the defenseman, back to the defensive side of the draw. Move the forward the other way. And then he won the face-off back to Jamie McCown. Red Wings, after the first 2 periods here in the third, starting to even up some of these face-off wins. Yzerman, the one who's getting it done. Belfour holds that one up. Hatcher came back to get it. 10:19 to go, third period. Off the near side, Guy Carbonneau. Gilchrist got it, knocked him down. Puck came right back to Carbonneau. Carbonneau had to wait for his teammates to clear. Banged away to center anyway. Intercepted Yzerman. Yzerman a ton of ice time here as this game goes on. Mike Keane trying to put that one in. That was knocked down with a high stick. Let's check in with John Saunders. John?
On the season, Fox Sports Southwest Love Jockeys winners.
John, that's when you know you're going to win. And indeed they did. So tomorrow night, 7:30, our exclusive coverage of the Eastern Conference Finals will continue. Back in Buffalo, Washington will have a chance for the second time to wrap up the Eastern Conference Championship.
That's what I was saying about Buffalo. I mean, the Dallas Stars watched that game last night, and they knew that Washington pretty well played the entire game in Buffalo's end. One shot by Jason Woolley when the game is tied. That's all Dallas needs now, one shot.
They've got 9:48 left here in the third period. Plenty of time for the Red Wings leading it 2-1. Barry Leitonen is up ice. Madonna feeds it in, trying to set him up. Sergei Fedorov cut off. Leitonen along the board. Was able to hold it in. Madonna side pass. Kozlov blocked it. Came back outside. Sador! Tip watch! That may have bounced off the post as well on the glove side of Osgood. Second hit post in this game by the Star. Larry Murphy. Murphy looking for some room. Cleared it out. It'll be an icing call. Dallas will touch at the other end. And for the second time in this game, Dallas has hit the iron.
Well, we mentioned that Ken Hitchcock is going to have to get his big guns out there, and he has played this Madonna line a bunch here in the third period. Jamie Langenbrunner was in front with Leitonen. The shot came from the point, and it nicked the post to the left of Chris Osgood, and that's how close they've been. I've been keeping track of the shots in this period, but I think they've got, well, they had 10 this line coming into the period. They've had 3 at least that I have seen, so that's 13 shots out of Dallas' 26. Half of those shots at least from the Mike Madonna line.
Jamie Langenbrunner just snake bitten here in the playoffs. 23 goals in the regular season and not one in the playoffs. Talked about Yzerman coming back on the face-off wins, 57% in the first 4, 7 of 18 tonight, and he's won at least 3 of those here in this third period.
He's telling everybody where he's going with it, but you know he's going back to the corner, and this is the right side for him because he can go to the corner and not to Osgood.
Ryan Strudlin takes the face-off against Yzerman. Huge draws for Dallas in the offensive zone. But it came up the center. Has to come back to get it. Still onside. This is on the big side to try to get a twin. Now he intercepted that one. He sends it in. Hatcher will come back to Dallas. 9 minutes left to go in this third period. Red Wings lead it by a score of 2-1. First time in the series that we have had a lead change. Shanahan. Belfour out to Dallas. Belfour played it back the other way. Dean put Dallas on the board in the first. Holmstrom and Larionov had scored the next 2. Dumped in wide of Osgood. Continued to play it. Strudel trying to knock it down. In the game chase. Big man. Rolled out to center. Great work along the boards that time by Slavin for T-Sock to put it out. Hatcher. The T-Sock to poke check. Hatcher again. Played by Osgood. There'll be no rebound.
Boy, did Fetisov ever pay the price to get the puck out of his own goal.
Face off to the left side of Osgood. Carbonell won the draw. Back to the point. Shot. Zubov. That was blocked as well. Yzerman again. Up ice. Transfer to one. It's blocked by Sador. He caught it on the underway. Dallas. Couple of shots off the pipe, and defensively on man rushes the other way. Belfour has made some huge saves. They've hung in. They're still down 1 late left. Osgood will hang on to the puck. Mike Keane looking for the rebound. There was none.
But I know that the Dallas Stars, while they're looking for a goal on the other bench, the Detroit Red Wings are saying, we've had our chances to put this one away. We've had the Brendan Shanahan breakaway. We had Maltby just about in there. We had a 2-on-1 there. We didn't even get a shot on goal. Scotty knows it too. They're walking the tightrope right now.
Yzerman comes out there for yet another face-off in the defensive zone for Detroit.
Jay Shearer is having to talk to Steve Yzerman. Steve Yzerman might just be trying to buy himself a little breathing time here to get his win. He has had the most incredible, put up the most incredible display of stamina too in the playoffs. Steve Yzerman has. He never seems to get tired. You can tell when most guys are out of gas on the ice. Steve Yzerman never looks like he's out of gas to me. He's still got that fluid stride.
Madonna wins the draw. Hosmer dumps it. Langenbrunner tied up by Murphy. Yzerman came in. Murphy, Langenbrunner. Leitman dug the puck up. Leitman lost control of it. Got it back. Backhand suddenly. Osgood. Madonna was cutting in the middle. And Detroit clears the zone. Osgood coming up big again. Cleared that back in behind the net. Belfour let that one go. It'll be whistled. And the face-off will come back out to center ice. Chances piling up here. here for both these teams with 7:32 left.
Mike Modano got one more in him. He scored one in game 3 in Detroit. The only problem for Mike Modano on this play was that he couldn't get it onto the forehand. His backhand's about half as good as the forehand. Detroit had him surrounded. Chris Osgood was able to steer it wide. But this line again, it's got to come from this line. If Dallas gets one, it's got to come from this line. Lehtinen, Langenbrunner, Mike Modano, they've been all over Detroit in the third period.
And they're winning faceoffs again. Brian Skrulin won that one at center. Cleared up, Jamie down, blocked by Hatches. Blocked by Verbeek. Cleared out by Maltby. Draper. Chance for a 2-on-1 again. Whistle offside.
Yep, good call too. Chris Draper he put himself offside by passing to Marty LaPointe, but he was losing his balance and going to be caught, so he had to pass it, and then he couldn't keep his balance and he went offside himself. Otherwise, Detroit would have had another 2-on-1, but you can expect that now. The Dallas defensemen are trying to stand up on the play, trying to knock pucks down, so you're going to end up having a couple get by you and lead to odd man rushes. So far, they haven't gotten burned by them.
This line is going to have done a tremendous job for Detroit here in this overall checking line. Boy, they created offensive opportunities for themselves. Near side comes Hatcher. Hatcher sends it in over Rouse's stick. Rouse will get a chance. Rouse avoiding Benoit Hogue. And LaPointe clears it out of the zone. A reception there. Cleared in by Hogue. Belfour lets it go in behind the net, and that one's going to be whistled from the wrong side of the red line that time. 6:57 left. Wednesday Night Baseball coming up next. 10:30. St. Louis Cardinals taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. The new look Dodgers with all those Marlins now in Dodger blue. 10:30 tonight. It's next here on ESPN.
The Detroit defensemen are now just retreating into the corners and doing their best to get the puck out of the zone because Dallas is coming. Watch this good play by Bob Rouse. You know if he has a guy on him, watch what he does. He just banked it off the boards, was able to spin away from Benoit Hogue and then make a good play up to Chris Draper in the middle. But that's been the story in this period. Backpedaling with your face to the glass, and that's not what Detroit likes.
He went to one conference final in his first 9 years. Rouse has gone the last 6 years in a row. Most of any active player. Again, held in. Zador behind the net. And on the count took his man down. Adams came over and got the puck. Kozlov tried to clear. Now it's sending everybody in. Keane does battle with Brown. Kozlov also there. Brown kicking. Keane trying to dig it out. No whistle. Now they're getting it. Detroit pinned it up rather than give it up. But again, you're going to have another face-off in Detroit's defensive zone.
And they're not going so well for Detroit, Gary. I mean, Dallas seems to have a string on the puck. Every one of them. Brian Skrulin has won them regularly. Mike Modano has done a great job. The Red Wings are really hurting on the draws now at the time where they need to win them the most because they're all in their end. 13 wins for Dallas in this period, 7 wins for Detroit. Most of those wins have been in Dallas' zone, or at least in Detroit's zone.
And when your season could end with a loss, you send the Stars out, Mike Modano back. He and Yzerman doing battle again. Yzerman won that one. Murphy to Lidstrom. And Murphy with a little tip pass. Fedorov cleared it out of the zone. Detroit going back the other way. Yzerman moves it on the far side. Outside. McCarty! Well, that one just walked. David McCarty teed that one up. Gave it a John Daly cut. Cleared out of the zone by Zubov. Modano lost it back into it. Mike Modano leaves it. 6:15 remaining to go. Third period. Detroit leading it 2-1. Jamie Langenbrunner waited into the middle. Up behind Zubov. He's got some room. Takes it. Blocked again. Cleared up. Yzerman who blocked it gets it back. He's on his last legs of this shift. Zador tying him up. Belfour will come out and play. Yzerman heads to the bench.
Watch this though. Nobody's forechecking for these players. They're just letting Dallas walk. So that's why it's always ending up in their end.
Carney moved in. Langenbrunner waiting as Dallas was changing. Back to McCarty. He'll send it up. Tipped away. Hatcher. His pass deflected off skates for deep. Offside. 5:35 to go in the third period.
Fine. Ken Hitchcock continues to go with his energy line. Brian Skrulin's been so good on the faceoffs. Brian Skrulin usually centers the fourth line. It's pretty well referred to as the fourth line for Ken Hitchcock's group, with Bob Basson on one side and Grant Marshall on the other. But Skrulin's had so much energy in this game that he's got Skrulin out there with Verbeek on one side and Benoit Hogue on the other. And that tells you how well Brian Skrulin's been playing.
Wahog. Face off at center. Strudlin and Larionov waiting to take the draw. 28-19 the shots in favor of the Stars. Detroit thinking deep. Larionov on the faceoff. The faceoff's pass knocked down by Hatcher. Hatcher to repeat. Blocked by Shanahan over to Strudlin. Detroit to try to keep it away. Larionov in. With the icing call crossing the line, it does. And the faceoff's going to come. Fedorov now will take it. Eisenman the second center. Save again by Osgood. Dallas getting their chances. Sador for Keane. And John chases. Near side, Sergei Fedorov. Kravidov had moved in. Fedorov banged it again along the chain of the pin. They got after it. Lubar lost it. Both teams were changing. Cardi pinned up. Laid up, signed by Belfort. Didn't get it out. Eisenman the blast. Blocked towards the net. And blocked. Save made by Belfort. A backhand chance. Going down on the ice. That shot was taken from the front with Darren McCarty getting level. Eisenman holds it in again. McCarty trying to get to the bench. Dives. They do not have too many on the ice. This side Shanahan. Shanahan waiting. He'll feather that one down the board. Coming down for the first. Taken down. He got taken down against the board by Larry Leighton.
Boy, that tells you how strong Leighton is. I can't believe that. Right to the point, had his balance and everything. Leighton just trashed it.
Only 4:19 to go, third period. Red Wings going to move to the Stanley Cup final. Dallas avoiding on the whistle, and Madonna moving in to touch it up. Greg Muni's pass blocked out deep. Sent back to Madonna. Madonna hits for the front of the net along with Leighton. Draper blocking. And they get it out of there. Greg Muni getting chased. Muni jams it up off the wall and onto the bench.
Well, when the Detroit Red Wings
wanting to defend it. We've got 3:53 left to go in the third. They're checking into the middle. Trying to back it up. Shanahan moves over. Down goes McCown. Verbeek, he do battle around the board. Rouse puts the hit on. Rouse tied up there. A lot of stick in here. Larionov moves in. Comes back to Verbeek. Verbeek's into the line. Rouse gets the stick. Still passes man. No whistle though. Barry Fraser wants him to play it. Detroit's been more than willing to take these face-offs rather than move the puck, and that's going to happen again. Moves around here. The Sador's back won't matter. Eisenman on the front of Murphy. And out of the zone by Gilchrist. Scotty Bowman putting all the veterans out there on these big defensive face-off draws they're taking in this third period.
It's pretty well gone with just two pairs of defensemen, Slava Fetisov and Anders Eriksson. Haven't seen the ice in about the last 6 minutes, so it has been Rouse and McCowan, and obviously the unit of Larry Murphy and Nicholas Lidstrom.
Murphy's another one of those guys who never looks tired. He and Steve Eisenman can just kind of walk around out there, I think, for the whole game, and they don't walk around, but they look like it. Hardly ever breathe heavily. Face-off just inside the line, and jammed through center by Eisenman. On the face-off against him, Sador sends it in. Inside. And back into the middle. Hatcher the shot. Side made by Osgood off the block. Greg Adams. High off the boards. Keane comes back. Puts the right out of the zone. Adams blocked it again. Comes back to Lidstrom. To go. Third period. Hatcher's got to play this. Red Wings have the 2-1 lead. Larionov to go ahead and go for the moment. Belfort played it. Gilchrist right up to the puck. Gilchrist puts the hit on from behind. Seymour battle on the near side wall. Dug out. Kravidov going out of the zone. Gilchrist moved up again. Hatcher back to Sador. With eye on that clock. That's the time remaining. Maybe in Dallas' season. Sent back in. Both teams chasing on the clock. Point up on the forecheck around for Hatcher. Hatcher. And the out cleared. Blocked initially by Maltby, who broke a stick and hit the bench. Barry Lehtinen got it. Lehtinen coming. Lehtinen in the middle. Lehtinen, Langenbrunner off the near side. Langenbrunner shot. Osgood a save. A puck that deflected off a couple of players, and Osgood had the body in the right place. Fisticuffs. The D after the whistle have to stay back if they're not already there. Darian Hatcher did not, so the face-off comes to center. Little things that matter. Sergei Fedorov and Brian Strudlin on the draw. Larry Murphy dropped that off the near side board. Back out through center. Fedorov had a man of his own. Eisenman tried to hold it there. Strudlin banged it. Strudlin gets banged by Eisenman, and Eisenman cleared it in, but onside. seconds left in the third. Neither team has used their timeout.
I'd have to think that that'll happen pretty soon, because Ken Hitchcock will want his top guys out on the ice for most of the last 2 minutes, and Mike Modano will have to be one of them. Lehtinen will have to be one of them. So watch for Ken Hitchcock to call his timeout. Meanwhile, the Detroit Red Wings will take all of these little faceoffs in the neutral zone they can get. If Dallas gets the crowd into it with some sustained pressure, they get a couple of scoring opportunities, get the Red Wings running around a little bit in their end. That's when you get that tying goal. So Detroit wants all the stoppage of the play they can right now.
31-20 the shots in favor of Dallas. But the 2-1 lead up the board belongs to the Red Wings. Goals by Holmstrom and Larionov after Keane as the first goal of the game for Dallas. Belfour holds it up as Lindstrom got it in. Cleared around by Belfour from Dallas. Good move by Eddie Belfour. First off, second to search, and of course is Windekor. Sent in wide of the net. Osgood lets it go to Aaron Murphy. Murphy coming from the near side. Everybody moving in. Carpenter blocks. Carpenter from the center while down on his knees. Gets up. Dumps it out in front. Detroit, of course, with everybody back. Zubov. Zubov leaves it near side. Carpenter shot. Hit the crossbar. Did that. 1935 and the Dallas Stars, keeping their season alive at least for the moment, have tied this game up. Osgood knocks that one down. Lindstrom behind the net for Shanahan. Shanahan. They clear it through center. Murphy in the charge. The defenseman heads for the net. The pass to him up behind it as Lafayette tried to set him up. Out the center. Langenbrunner got an angle. Langenbrunner off the stick, and it don't matter. A two-liner. Two-line pass. 57 seconds on the clock.
Now you're going to see Detroit shift gears again, obviously. They just kept letting Dallas come at them in this third period until Dallas got what they wanted. So now the Red Wings, who really have a lot of different gears, are going to have to shift it back into forward gear instead of reverse.
Stars have outscored the opponents in the third period in this playoff year, 11-8. Red Wings have been outscored in this period, 17-13. What a huge goal. Game tied 2-2. 57 seconds left in regulation. 32-20 the shots in favor of the Stars. Eddie Belfour held the fort. And some big saves in the third period, didn't he?
He sure did. Say what you want about that goal that Larionov scored. Detroit had way better chances than that after that play, and he stopped them all.
Now the Dallas fans doing what Detroit did, getting on the other goaltender. Osgood is the chant here, the same as the Red Wings fans had Eddie and Belfour going in the two games played there. Comes around the near side. We're in the final minute of regulation. Rolls up the center to Guy Carpenter. He'll do it again. Osgood blocked it. Not cleanly. Gross. Out the boards, Mike Keane. Keane's got to go. Shot. Save Osgood. No rebound. But here we go to the face-offs again.
Chris Osgood had to make a couple of good saves, even on the long one from Carbonneau. It looked like it was dropping. He was able to play it. But Dallas now, they picked up a scent, obviously. They're just throwing everything at Chris Osgood. Mind you, that goal that Guy Carbonneau scored wasn't Chris Osgood's fault. It went off his own defenseman's stick and up over the shoulder of Chris Osgood. The shots in this period, 14-5 for Dallas.
Big face-offs. Oh, the Stars have had the huge advantage right from the get-go. Another big one.
How about that? 76 face-offs in a regulation game. Now this will be 77.
Eiserman, Modano got it back to Sador. Sador holds it in. His shot deflected into the middle. 30 seconds to go in regulation. Larry Murphy. Belfour off the top of his glove. Press center. Blocked by Belfour. And a whistle as the net coming off the Mars pegs at the other end as McCarty and Sador get tied up. And Modano taking a lot of draws against each other. Modano trying to not get square. Eiserman won the face-off anyway. Let's go to Murphy. Murphy shoots it in wide. Fisher blocked by Shanahan. 8 seconds to go in regulation. Up the near side wall. Detroit trying to get one more chance. They won't. Shot up. Osgood knocked it down, and we're going to OT. Guy Carbonneau picked up the goal that is going to send this game into overtime.